Have you had any
Streaming.
problems with like copyright streaming this yet? Like because of the music, or have
No,
you just turned the
not yet.
music off?
I just turned the music completely off. Absolutely 100% switched it off. Good evening, guys. It is Series 2 of BRS live at Australia. I'm Jaff Master Flash. BRS Josh is alongside me in the comms, and hope you guys have an entertaining evening. We shall see. We shall see what happens. S3's race was a bit low on numbers, but it was a good one nevertheless. Obviously S2 tonight, and then S1 then is on Saturday. We'll look forward to seeing that one. Speedy in the NASCAR.
Do you,
NASCAR around
do you remember who won Series 3 by any chance?
I don't know, mate. I don't know, but it was his first win, and he was lucky to win it. Never, not gonna lie. Almost crashed it in the last turn, which is nice. But no, it was an awesome win, and really, really glad that I've buried that monkey off my back. Really, really am glad.
Do you prefer this new layout, or do you like the older one?
Oh, this layout by far is much better than the old layout. 100%. That turn 11 is a little bit tricky, but apart from that, it's all good. So, just waiting for a weather update now. Qualifying looks dry. What do you think, Josh? You looking forward to it?
Yeah, it's interesting because obviously we've had that new tyre patch, haven't we? So now the tyres perform different in the grip. I mean, I was practicing like yesterday, and I was just at high speed in the race. I've just got no rear end grip, so let's see how some of these boys handle the corners and see if we see many spins or not.
That turn, was it turn 10, turn 11? No, it's not now, is it? Because of was it turn 8 or 9 then? The right left chicane?
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting indeed. A few cars coming out. So Splitter Flipper is the first one out. He's going to be quick. He dropped the 79 last night in practice. We should see how quick he actually is. So many unknowns in this league. Without the time being on the board though, Josh, what do you think? What do you think is
I was just about to ask you, so I'll go first. So for pole, I'm gonna go ABR Ryan. Second, I'm gonna go AMS Cinity, and then third, I am going to go for BRS Ermine.
Ooh, nice shout, nice shout. I agree with you with Ryan on pole. I've not yet seen Zinty race, and I too will go with either Ermine or Almond, and that's just simply from what I saw last night. Dizzy, how's it going, mate? Hope you're good. Hope you're well. There's only 3 cars left in the pits. It's Jordan, Bruno, and C. Davis. Everybody else is out on track, and I believe Splitter is going to be the first to set a lap.
I think Bruno's coming out to track.
Yeah.
Just the 2 Fezzes left in the pit lane.
Swapping setups. But yeah, this new circuit, this new layout is far better than the old one.
It's still a tricky circuit though, I'd say. It hasn't made it like a lot easier. You still have to be careful around here. It's just a bit more enjoyable to drive.
Yeah.
Oh, someone's crashed.
That's FaZe. FaZe is out already. Starting from the back of the grid. It's not a good thing to be doing. But this is going to catch a lot of people like, oh yeah, it's caught one already. Oof.
Yeah.
You did say, mate, you did say. Let's jump on board the slap bus.
A lot of it's actually to do with the tyre temps though. It's not even like the lines they're taking. But I don't know what they've done to the tyres.
You have to run so wide. Oh, there's another one gone in the background. There's an Alpha Tauri around as well. But yeah, like you said, it's since they've had this tyre update, the grip, the cars just seem to go at no warning.
Yeah, I was watching Brendan Lee, and he said that the tyres start to lose grip when you reach around 97 degrees Celsius. So you've got to try and keep them below that mark. But then if they're below like 94, then they haven't got optimum grip. So you've got to try and keep them in that window, which is
In the
difficult.
window. So Zach F1 with a 17.9. And nobody else is yet to break the 18s. Interesting to see. A lot of a few cars have spun. As Josh just said, there is an optimum window for tyres to be in, and if they're outside, you're gonna spin.
Jeez.
As Zinty comes across the line with a 17.5, that's fantastic. Absolutely awesome time. Who's next up? Speedy's invalidated. Everyone's just started a lap.
Would it be Lion, I think, maybe? Come across the line next. That's one of those.
He's done a 46.9 in sector 2.
Across the line first.
Yellow flag. Oh, no. Lion's box. Oh, C. Davis is around. Just caught that as I was flicking through. Ermine's done a 44.8 in sector 2. That's quick.
Same as Mr. Speedy, 44.8.
Yep. I think there's a Mercedes missing a front wing as well.
Raz is the only one out on track at the moment.
Yeah, Raz was struggling a lot last night in Series 2 practice. XRL Esports, amazing. Keep it up. Cheers, mate. Thank you very much. As Ermine has only done an 18.3. Must have lost a bit in the last sector. Okay, so CD, we know it just spun. He's going to be boxing. Let's have a look at LeBruno. It looks like he's on a lap. No, he's invalidated. Mr. Speedy.
He's just like he's finished his lap.
Yes, I'm going to say it looks like he's going slow.
Jordan's about to go on the lap, I think.
Let's jump on board with Jord.
Oh!
Nope.
Well saved.
That is a hell of a save. And simply because when these cars go, you have no warning, and it is so difficult to catch a car. It's unreal.
Oh, who's that Haas? Oh, Lion. Oh, dear.
HP, what's he doing? He's boxing. I think Ermi might be out just getting some...
He's out of fuel,
just getting some track time. Yeah. What's Speedy doing? Is he going to start? No, Speedy's boxing. So, who is it between Almond? So Almond looks like he's going to be the next out on a lap. That was a really good save from Jordan though, because like you said, these cars are so heavy. When they snap, it's pretty much good night, Irene. Oof, again on board with Almond. He almost lost the car trying to warm up the rear tyres. Here he goes. Into turn 1. Thankfully, everybody that was on coming out of the pits has moved out the way.
what was the tire wear like around here? Was it low, high?
It's really high. Last night I went for medium to hards. A few of the cars went for hards to soft, and softs were absolutely dead by within 5 laps. I mean, fell off a cliff.
Well, yeah, I reckon they like the softs probably wear a lot, and around here, what I've seen, that like the temperatures skyrocket even with like pretty low tire pressures. So
Yeah.
I just think the softs, I wasn't thinking about using them, but then some people are using them, so that confused me a little bit. But
Yeah. No, I think CD said it was about 7% wear per lap on the
Jesus
softs.
Christ.
You know, depending on how much you push or conserve, will vary greatly. But I definitely wouldn't be thinking about the softs on this circuit, not at all. As Alman goes top of the shop with a 17.5. So we've got 1, 2, 3. We've got 5 cars in the 17s. The rest from P5 to P11 in the 18s, and we've got quite a few cars that have not set laps yet.
Keep invalidating, I think.
Yeah.
Zinity's up by like almost 3 tenths.
Let's jump forward. Watch him cross the line. What a time. What an unbelievable time. It's going to be one to keep an eye on. Ryan is just cooling down. I think he is going to go again. He's just winding up. He's going to have to. Yeah. I watched Ryan last night do a lap of a 17.6 with no ERS. How he did it, I do not know. But he did it nonetheless. And he's invalidated.
Commentator's curse.
Yeah. Split has just backed off one, but he's managed to put himself P3. Let's check on Raz. How's he doing? Raza is in the pits. Jordan's in the pits. Lion's in the pits. Omega is invalidated. CD up into 12th. I think a lot of guys now are on a cool down lap, ready to box for a new set of tyres. Oh, Umin looks like he's pushing still. Yellow flag is for slow moving cars. Who's first between Yaps and Speedy? Let's jump on board with Speedy. Yaps, in fact, because Yaps is a little bit further in front. It is absolutely like a car park out there. There are so many cars just trying to get back to the pits and get out on laps. It's unreal. And this is why I like short qualifying so much, because it's like a do or die situation.
You have to be much more on your feet and much more aware of what's around you.
Absolutely agreed, mate. Absolutely agreed.
It helps you get a bit more of a rhythm as well, because like obviously you're constantly doing laps, whereas in full qualifying, if you do like a lap at the beginning of say Q1 and then towards the end of Q2, that could be up to like half an hour in between 2 of your laps.
Yeah.
It's just, I prefer, like, when you're doing hot laps especially, it's good to get the rhythm going.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I totally agree, mate. I totally agree. I really do like the short quali format. I really do. Apps is looking pretty much on it though. He's currently 2.5 tenths up in sector 1. 2.5 tenths will put him around about P6 at the moment, but obviously he should gain a few bit more for sectors 2 and 3. As he's coming in to the end of sector 2. Let's have a look at his time. Did really well there to keep it on a track. It's so easy to invalidate. That wall comes up to you so fast on the left hand side.
Yeah. That was a solid lap.
It was a really good lap.
No
P3
major
from
mistake.
NXI Yaps.
Meanwhile, Speedy goes P6.
Raz is back in the pits again. He's really struggling. Omega's on a lap. So that's the second time I've seen Raz out on track and the second time I've seen him box. He must really not be liking Australia.
At this point, it would just be worth Raz getting out there and getting a relative time, because that could plonk him like P14 rather than P17. Even if the lap's not great, that's just it's 3 positions at the end of the day.
No, I agreed. I mean, the fact that Leo and Fozzie have not set a representative time yet either, like you said. Omega comes across the line. It does an 18.006. Speedy's on that. That's Speedy's boxing. Ryan's just winding up and getting ready to go again.
Razza and Jordan are both coming out of the pits.
Jump on board with Razza as soon as we've done this run with Ryan. .2 seconds separates P1 to P15. The problem is now for the likes of Razza and Jordan, the pressure's on.
Yeah, definitely.
Pressure's on to get a decent lap in. So we've just seen a purple sector 1 from Ryan.
Purple sector 2. Zach 5 place grid penalty. Ryan's on a stormer.
He is absolutely flying, mate. Oh!
Ah. Looking
So
like a good
unlucky.
one as well.
Don't know if Speedy has crashed. I did see a yellow flag. I think Yaps has retired in the pits. I think Speedy also crashed. Jordan invalidated.
I've only just noticed that Ermine and Splitter have the same time.
Yeah, I only noticed that when you pointed it out. Wow. Let's see what Raz can do through sector 1. Oh, where's a Williams? There's a round.
Ermine P2.
It's not a decent sector first sector from Raz.
Oh, Ziniti's just caught a bunch of traffic.
I think Prime and the AlphaTauri has just come together because Prime is limping around with no front wing. So this is it, slap bus. Razza to the line then. 18.4, moving to P17. Leo is currently nearly 10 seconds up on his time. He's going to need to find a lot more time as Zinti goes across the line with a 17.2. That's it for Leo. Looks like Leo will be staying where he currently is. I think it's safe to say that Zinti
will be on pole.
Will be on pole. Yeah, I was just double checking to make sure, but yeah, it does look like it is. In fact, Zinti on pole, followed by BRS.
17.2. That's a stonking time.
Followed by Expert Almond, rounding out the top three. What a time there is. 17.2. What is the current record for Australia?
On TT, I think it's 16.3 by FRA Elite. So, but I think unlike last game, you could get quite close to TT times in qualifying. But now, because obviously there's new tyres, the tyre temps, it's a lot different. So I don't think even Elite will get close to his TT times in qualifying. So I think that 17.2 is a pretty good time, regardless. But that just makes me scared to see what Elite's going to do on Saturday.
Yeah, he is rapid. So there's confirmation then of Zach and Leo both having 5 grid penalties for a collision. So top 10, Zinti, BRS Umin, Almond, Fozzie, Yaps, Splitter, Mr. Speedy, VRF Prime, Zach F1, so 5 grade, Lion P10, and then the rest of us follows. I feel if Ryan didn't spin, I feel Ryan would have been on pole, but it's just unfortunate. It's really unfortunate. We are going to take a 5-minute break while everybody else chills. And yeah, get your predictions in, lads. Who do you think's going to win this race?
Who do you think's going to win this race, Jav?
Honestly, I think it's going to be a topsy-turvy one, mate. It could be anybody, because going back to Tuesday night's race, I was plumb last at T1. Who knows? Who knows? I do expect a good showing from CD, even though he's starting P15. Ryan is really out of place, and he has got some serious pace, so I wouldn't rule him out yet. But I mean, he's consistent. He is really consistent. So I think I'm going to go with Umin.
I think.
What about you?
I just think if Zinity can convert his qualifying pace into race pace, I don't think there's any stopping him. It's just whether if Ermine can apply any pressure, see if he'll crack underneath that. Really.
Yeah.
I'm expecting Mr. Speedy to move forward in the race, because he normally does. He's a lot better in the race than what he is in qualifying. You always see him make up position, especially on the first lap. He's really, really aware of his surroundings. So I'm expecting him to move forward, and then I think Raz will get points from P17, because when Raz knows he hasn't got the pace, he tends just to drive around carefully. So if he just lets the mayhem in front of him ensue, then he'll be licking his lips.
I agree. Raz is definitely matured as a racer from his Series 3 days, and fair play to him. He's got the speed to match it as well. Surprising though to see in Phase down in P19 and HP in 17. Everyone knows how quick those guys are. It's just Australia, I think, so far as well. one racer is on a set of softs, and that's Slap Bus. He must be doing the soft to hard because
Is it going to start on the
by the end of
hards?
I'm on a race director, and I think he is
Oh,
the only
Ermine.
one starting on softs.
Ermine, Ryan, Bruno on hards, CD's on hards, HP's on hards, and Jordan's on hards.
That's a good shout.
Ryan's now came off of the hards onto the mediums. Almond's now gone onto the hards. I don't think it is worth going for the hards, because if there's a safety car, then you can just go to the hard and save your track position.
Yeah. Slap Bus has now changed from soft to hards, so I was getting a little bit worried then because I was thinking those softs, he's going to be bang in trouble if he is going to start the race on those softs. But no, it'd be interesting, like you said. If you're starting on the hards, I think a lot are going to start the hards to try to drag it out to get to the softs. But like you said, if a safety car comes out,
I don't think it is worth it going to the softs though. You'll just, when other people go onto fresher hards and get them up to temperature, they're just going to be undercutting you, aren't they? So I don't think it's worth the time loss going long, because especially around the street circuit, track position's key.
absolutely agree with you on that one, mate. Absolutely agree. Because the tyre differences when you're on old hards to fresh mediums, I think it's about 1.6.
Jesus Christ, that's a massive margin.
Yep. Here we go then, everybody's warming up for their formation lap.
Right,
sure
let's get the
turned on.
Let's get the tyres enabled. Yeah, so no one's on softs now. There's a few more people on the hards. Ryan went back to the hards.
Yep. Wonder how many will hit their grid spots perfectly.
Do you think anyone would play like the funny business with pointing it to the left or the right, or?
I don't know. I honestly, there's a few wise heads. I mean, everybody in this league is wise when it comes to league racing, but it's. I expect the NXR boys, LeBruno, Yaps, to maybe have a go. Splitter, even though he's probably the youngest in the group. He is definitely wiser than his years. I expect the medium runners though to come in around about lap 13, 14. Or
I think
about lap 17.
mine's going to get absolutely swamped off of the line. I think he'll go down to I reckon he'll lose 3 positions within lap 1 or lap 2. I reckon Yaps, Almond and Fozzie will all get the jump on him. If they don't, then fair play to Ermine, that's game on really, if he manages to keep his track position.
Yeah, especially starting P2 when you've got, 7 or 8 cars, more than that?
Yeah.
I can see the chain of thought between Ryan and Slapbus, LeBruno. The guys at the back, I can see their train of thought. So Almond missed his grid spot. So did Ryan. So did Omega. But we'll see. We're almost ready for lights out. Let's see if we can't. What an awful camera.
4 lights, 5 lights.
Put away. Isn't even not a bad start. Ermine is side by side. He's gonna be in front.
Fair play.
Wow, he was ahead just about, and then he got around the outside. A fair play. Get away on them hards the way he did. Fozzie and Yap side by side. Fozzie just squeezes through. There's the McLaren off in the background. Almond, he started off in P3. He is back of the grid. Slow moving. The gap already. VRF Prime is having a look on the back of Mr. Speedy. They're really going for it. There's quite a huge gaggle of cars going into the left-right chicane. And that's the thing, you only need one touch from the rear and it unsettles the car and just spins it, and nobody wants to be dealing with that. As Prime is around. Prime was spun.
That's all of his fault. Wait, did someone else hit him?
He was side by side with Mr. Speedy in a McLaren.
Yeah, it didn't look like Mr. Speedy hit him because Mr. Speedy was going wide.
No.
So I think,
Yeah.
unless Lines hit him from behind, it just looks like he's booted the throttle and lost the car. I was on board
Zach
with
has spun.
Prime.
Zach has spun as well in the background.
It's not
Quite
a good
a
day
few
for the
spinners.
Astons.
Thought Raz had lost a few places then, but no. But it seems to be quite, the cars seem to be racing right close with each other as the Williams of Omega tries to go around the outside of a Red Bull and does. Gets it done. Zinti though has pulled out a 1.1 on Ermine.
Oh.
As there is a slow moving car. I think that's Jordan.
Yeah, he's got a 5-second penalty for a severe collision with Raz.
Yeah,
And
he's
he's
missing his
got no
front,
front wheel.
complete front.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fozzie is right on the back of Ermine now. That's going to be hotting up. I think as we have another Aston around. Prime there is the yellow flag for. I think he has. No, he's moving again. But considering Ermine is on the harder tyre, on the harder compound, on the hardest compound, he is doing
very well. Very
yes.
well. If there's no safety
Kobe, how's it going, mate?
It's his game. It's his race, sorry. But as soon as there's like a safety car, then it's over for Ermine, basically.
Yes. Like I said, Zinity, I bet he's praying for no safety cars. So you're 1.5 out in front, out of the DRS, whereas Fozzie and Ermine are going to be fighting pretty shortly. We have a car on track. I think that's FaZe.
It's Tifu.
It's going slowly. Yeah. No safety cars yet, though, mate. That's a good thing. It's a really good thing.
Look at that train, though, from second all the way to 14th.
Yep.
Massive train.
And I think this is going to come down to, rather than racing, it's going to come down to a battle of attrition, I think, or who's got the most battery saved up. And fair play between Fozzie and Ermine. Fozzie is looking better of the both. Jordan with a 3 second. Jordan's picked up a few penalties.
BSC, I think.
Yeah.
Or is it a full
I haven't
safety
got
car?
no.
I think it's a safety car.
It's full safety car, mate. I didn't see what for. Didn't see why.
Is anybody out?
Still
or
haven't
is
even had
someone...
to pass. I cannot tell you. I had no indication on my screen at all, other than Jordan just picked up a drive-through. All I've got is yellow sector 1, 2, 3. I don't know. I don't know if anything other than that. I'm assuming it's a full safety car because I can see the yellow dot on the track.
Yeah.
What would you do now, Josh? What would you do?
Can the hards go from here?
Yes.
Well, then
Yes, they can.
I think if you're on mediums and you go to hards. And then if you're Ermine, I think you've just got to stick it out and wait for another safety car around like lap 10, 11, and then go to the mediums maybe. I'm not too sure.
Yaps is the first one to pit.
Free
So
pit
is
stop,
Speedy.
why not?
Yep. So is Lion. Dizzy is saying he's all good, mate. I think the safety cars for debris. It's possible. It's possible. We had no reason for it otherwise, other than nobody had crashed. We do have 2 cars retiring. Leo and actually, it looks like Leo smashed it on track. To be fair. So Jordan retired in the pits, and I cannot say about Leo. I believe Leo crashed on track. It's all change. All change. Razza is in as well. Razza box for the hearts. We'll look at the penalties, see what LeBruno's got. LeBruno is sitting on a 3-second. One, two, three. We have 4 cars left running the medium tyres. It's going to be difficult. MVR Bob, what's Zinty doing here? Mate, he's leading. He is leading. Before the safety car came out, mate, he was a 1.5, 1.6 in front as well. So he ain't doing too bad. He ain't doing too bad at all, in fact. Slapbus has left the session. The problem is with the guys running on the mediums, they're going to have to now try and get a safety car or a pit stop in front. Do you think they can do it, Josh?
I don't think so. I think if there's no more safety cars at the end, then the top guys have made a blunder, because now it's between Yaps, Speedy and Lion for the win, basically. Yep. When did you have a scheduled pit stop without a safety car? Yesterday. Sorry.
Lap 13, starting on the mediums.
Yeah, see, that's not enough to pull a pit stop over them. They're still going to come out like a good 10-15 seconds behind, I think.
No, I have to agree. Mate. It's because these laps, even though it's really tricky around the street circuit of Australia, these laps, they tumble thick and fast, and
I can understand why they wanted to stay out though, because obviously if you stay out you've got the clean air and you're unlikely to get incidents, whereas if you pit, yeah, you've gained a free pit stop, but you're in the pack and you're going to be slowed by other drivers, or there could be potential for incidents. But if all goes well, you can't really alter your strategy for traffic when it comes to safety cars, or necessarily. I mean, you can, but I think the main tracks where you're, like where you think about traffic for strategy is Monaco, isn't it? Because any other track you can make a pass at some corner.
There we go then. He's leading him away. Eve just dropped it. He's gone.
Aussie. Moving to turn 1, that's brave.
Yeah. Razza with a 3-second. They're going to make it 3 wide. No, 2 wide. Turn 3. Razza's still in front. As I said, Splitter's probably the youngest of the racers out there, and he's showing his maturity. I think it's going to be one, like you said, pretty much like the start of the race, mate. One long train.
Another thing that I've just thought about is by stopping under the safety car, you don't have to go through the whole like warm-up outlap phase, do you? But where you lose like 1.5 seconds is now you all have to go through that warm-up phase after a safety car restart. So now that's an extra bit of time that these guys that have stopped have gained, essentially.
Yeah. What would you say the time difference is between coming out of the pits and warming up the tyres under a safety car?
Well, normal racing situation where you make a pit stop and then have to warm up the tyres on an outlap, it's predicted that you lose around 1.5 to 2 seconds on that lap where your tyres are cold. So yeah, that's just not having to go through that process when everyone else is doing it at the same time, when you've got slightly warmer tyres from warming them under a safety car, is huge. Makes your life so much easier.
Especially where everybody races so close to each other, that 2 seconds in league racing, it makes all the difference.
Well, I mean, yeah, look at this train. 2 seconds, it could take you from like, I don't know, 4th all the way down to like 10th or something.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right there. And Omega has just retired in the pits due to the spin on the lap previous. Did someone say Monaco? Yes, mate. Josh mentioned Monaco about track position being key. MVR Bob thinks Zinity should be S1.
I mean, Zinity's doing that talking on the track right now, so possibly.
Absolutely.
Or maybe this might be one of his strong tracks. I mean, you can't underestimate the rest of the competition in this tier.
As we were talking about Zinity just sets the fastest lap of 21.5. And that's not a bad time on 8-lap-old mediums. He is flying. Gap 2.2 out in front. Be interesting to see what type of time that Ermine could have put in if he had been on the same comp on a tyre. But he's also doing a wonderful job out there on the hards. Ryan's up into P6. Raz has picked up another 3 seconds. Yellow flag. What is that yellow flag?
Another Aston Martin spin. Not the first one today.
Zach.
I think Fozzie's going to get Ermine here down the pit straight. Should. He's got so much more grip.
They're getting closer and closer, aren't they? The phase is round again. Is he moving? Might be another safety car here. I don't think he's moving. Yeah, he's slowly going. Phase has left the session.
I don't think that's a lag out. I think that's just a rage quit. Prefer it if. Ideally, we want people to retire their car in the pits rather than just leaving.
Copey, I have to agree, mate. Have to agree. Monaco is fit. It is 100% much better than last year's iteration of the circuit. It really is a joy to drive around, especially in these cars. Still tricky. It's still Monaco. The walls still cave in on you, what it feels like. But no, it's much better to drive around it this year than it is in real life, in last year's game, rather. Fozzie though, mate, he is absolutely pushing. Absolutely pushing. But that's the problem as well with Australia. I don't know, the cars feel so much wider than they actually are, and you have to really like pick your overtaking spot, otherwise you know there's a potential for pay-per-view to be wiped out. But cars, I don't know, the rear of the car feels huge when it comes to overtaking. It really does. As he pulls out, he's thought about it. have to take your hats off to the top 4. Zach F1, he's crashed in
That's
the pit
going to
lane.
be another safety car. Yep,
Yep.
safety car. Right, you're going to see most of these top runners pit now. I reckon even Ermine comes in for a set of mediums, which means we will see Yaps, Lion, and maybe Speedy all jump to the front. As who has made stops? Let's turn that on. So Yaps, Lion, Almond, Prime, Speedy, Razza, and Phase T is miles away though.
Yep.
Those few people that have made a stop are all going to go straight to the front of the train. And it'll be interesting to see how Zinity gets through them.
No, he is absolutely looking rapid. He's coming around the corner. Is he boxing? He's slowing down.
He's got to, realistically. Yep, here he comes.
Yep. He's in the box.
In,
What's it with me?
Yep. Ozzy in, Splitter in, Bruno in, Ryan in. HP stays out. CD in.
That's
brave.
The only thing I can think of with HP staying out is that he
helps Zinity.
Is, yeah, or banking on another safety car.
Even so, even if there is another safety car, it's so close at this point, and he's going to have old tyres compared to everyone else, where even from saving time from making a pit stop under a safety car, he'll still lose a bunch of positions, really. I think, realistically, he should have boxed there. He might prove me wrong, but yeah. Maybe he had nothing to lose, so he's just trying something like this anyway, but that gives Yaps the net lead.
As Bruno picks up 3 seconds. To be fair though, I know it's only lap 12 and the race doesn't end on lap 12, but HP has moved up 16 positions to take control of the lead of the race. It'd be interesting to see how it all pans out, because I didn't expect such a big DRS train, to be fair though, mate. I expected a lot more overtaking, but that doesn't always happen. So Zinity's out in P7. Do you still think he's got it, Josh? Do you still think he can take it?
I honestly don't know, so I'm not going to predict anything. My gut's telling me it's between Yaps, Lion and Almond now, really. But all it takes is a good restart. Oh, Prime's coming in. All it takes is a good restart, like Zinity, and then he's back in it again. Yeah, anything can happen.
Yeah, Prime's lost his full front wing, mate. Nice one, Penfold. I ain't gonna repeat that. It's not appropriate, really.
What's they said?
Something about Dizzy.
Do you wanna pop me a DM?
Will do, mate, will do.
I'll pull the Twitch chat up on my phone.
But yeah, I absolutely hate safety cars. I know obviously why we need them, etc., but it just seems to nullify everything. Safety car should, if that Alpha of Bruno can catch up, Should come in. Might be a late call. Or is it going to go around again? Nope, it's in this lap. Late call. So HP to lead him all the way. Oh, he's backing them all up as well. Absolutely gone. There's a Haas. Takes to the grass. Oh, Lion. Oh, he's around. That might be another safety car. To be fair, looking at Lion's on board.
She's gone. Oh.
Alman has just picked up 3 seconds as well.
Just like I said, all it takes for some stuff to happen, restart, and Zenity, he's back in it again.
Yeah.
And he's
to be fair, I was on board with Lion. Lion had a slide, he tried to catch it, and then hit Raz. I think that'll be one definitely for the Steelers to have a look at.
He had a slide from coming back up, like onto the track from the grass, because I think it was Almond sent it down his inside at turn 1 and kind of just gave him no options but to go off the track. So we'll see what happens with the incident report, really.
Yep. But yeah, like you said, mate, it can all happen so quickly, and like I said, Zinty's back in it. We both know he's got a pace, absolutely flying.
Just see what Ermine can do with these medium tyres.
CD's not doing too bad up in P9. He's on the back of Splitter. Let's change it to interval rather than leader. Oh, was the Aston Martin tagged CD? I did say earlier on it only takes that slightest of nudges in the rear and car spins, which is mega unfortunate for CD. I feel like it's a bit of a commentator's curse as Lion retires in the pits. Knowing CD, he's going to be screaming. Splitter and Razza are going at it. Razza is all over the back of Splitter. Just a little bit far away to make a move. He's making a move. He's got it done as well. Into turn 1. He's up into P2. Ermine's making a move. Nope. Thought about it. As LeBruno sets the fastest lap with 21.5. This top 4. This little train of top 4 is looking spicy. HP yet to pit though, as Ermine is now making the move. They're side by side. Ermine gets it done. Ermine up into P3. It's going to be interesting to see how this race pans out now between Zinty and Ermine, as the both alphas are going side by side. And Zinty up into P1. Wonder if the old team game is going to happen where HP is going to try to slow Ermine down, because Ermine is flying. He's making a move. Gets the move done as well.
Right, now it's game on, really, isn't it, between Ermine and Zenity.
HP definitely struggling on those 16 lap all the hards. if he's going to stay out, probably the best thing he can do now is probably try and hold Almond up. Try and back the pack up to give, you know, everybody a fighting, you know, Ermine and Zinity a fighting chance of just them pair rather than everybody else. ABR Ryan picks up the 3 second. Splitter's just getting past Speedy. Ryan's on the back of Speedy as well. Ryan's making the move.
HP's locked the rears.
Ryan had to back out of that because of what happened with HP. As HP comes into box, Ryan gets that move done on Mr. Speedy, up in a P5. As both Ermine and Zinity trade fastest laps. Love to see it. Splitter seems to have a lot more. Oof. What an absolute catch. Splitter go on the grass and almost lost it. But what a catch that allowed Ryan to get through. Ryan is currently fastest in sector 1. Fair play to Splitter. What an absolute catch that was. Ryan's going to be on the back of Almond very shortly. Almond seems to be dropping a lot of pace, mate, compared to the two out in front. I know he's on.
Oh, Almond's gone.
And
that's a
that was a cheeky track reset.
Gap staying relatively the same between Zinity and Ermine.
I think it's safe to say that the top two, they're in a league of their own. Ryan's fought really well to come back through the field. CD's now back up in the points, which is good for him. Didn't need to be spun. Splitter's trying to get back onto Ryan after that earlier little wobble. Yellow flag. Who's that for? For Aston Martin. VFR Prime. Everything should be good to go though. CD up into P9. If CD makes light work of Almond, he should be on the back of Razza really quickly. Prime speeds in the pit lane. I would expect Prime to retire from this one. Both Astons have had a miserable day of it, haven't they? Zach retiring earlier on.
Bit like real life, really, isn't it?
Yeah. Especially more so now, mate. Now, old Sebastian has decided to hang up his.
It's not going to be the same without him.
No. Absolutely not, mate. If you had free reign at choosing his successor, who would you pick? Current grid or F2 grid?
I'd probably put Piastri in that seat, to be honest.
That is a good shout. Copey in the chat says Lawson. Another good shout. What about De Vries?
See, De Vries, I think he's always deserved to be in F1, obviously, because it's just about winning the F2 championship at the right time. But I think he's one of those unlucky ones that will never make it, unfortunately. It's such a shame that we won't see him, but some part of me just thinks that we won't actually see him in F1.
It's crazy, isn't it? Really crazy. There is an epic battle going on between 6th, 7th and 8th. AE Crypt. Nah, Danny Rick goes to Aston. De Vries goes to McLaren. Okay. Nice. I think Danny Rick, though, is going to be sticking around at McLaren.
Raz is gone. Yeah, I think he'll stay at McLaren. It's in the contract where he only leaves McLaren if he wants to before 2024. But
Yeah.
why would you go to Aston? That's just like a massive downgrade, isn't it? If he's struggling at McLaren with a good car, what's he going to be like in an Aston Martin? It's just going to make him want to leave even sooner.
I have to agree. I think a certain CEO of Aston Martin has too much influence. It's kind of what goes on at Aston Martin. Kind of reminds me of like a football chairman picking a side rather than letting the manager crap on it. That's the way I let it describe it. The second Lawrence sells a stake, Lance will be gone. To be fair, mate, my opinion, and it's just my opinion, it's not everybody else's opinion, so please, it's just me, take it out with me. Lance and Latifi, whilst did very well in their Formula 2 careers, I don't believe they should be in the current F1 grid. That's just my opinion. Where can you find the link to the Discord? AE Crypt, if you go onto Instagram, mate, and search for BRS F1, DM somebody on there and they will hand you the link. Or if you search, or you can get in touch with BRS on TikTok, or if you search for myself, Jack Master Flash, on Instagram. If you can't find BRS for whatever reason, I will sort you out with a Discord, mate. Copy, they won't last even with money. Extreme talents will take over again. Great. But we're at that tipping point now, aren't we, in Formula 1, I think, where you've got the old guard then, the Hamiltons, the Alonsos, the Vettels, the Ricardos. They're all going to come to a point where they can't continue.
Yeah, but the one thing I don't like about F1 at the moment is it's becoming a bit too much like football. But like before, like the talents would get chosen by teams because of their talent. Now it's all about the sponsor money, isn't it? And you've got all these football fans coming along, like listening to selective parts of the media, and they just jump onto the top teams and top drivers and support them. Like classic glory hunter fashion. It's just becoming a lot more money orientated rather than ability orientated. So it's just, that's why we have our Latifis, our Strolls, our Mazepins, is because it's becoming a bit more like football. It's about who can put their money where their mouth is, really, like literally with the amount of money rather than their ability.
No, agreed. Would like to see Piastri in a seat though. I mean, there was talk of him replacing Latifi at Williams.
I think it'd be the right choice, but it's just, like Williams, obviously, if they're going to do that, they must have already got some other sponsors lined up or something. Otherwise, they wouldn't be doing it, because they need to sponsor money somehow. That's the one part of me that thinks they'll probably still keep Latifi. It's because they're going to need the sponsors, but unless they've got other big sponsors coming in after Sofina and Lavazza leave. That's if they leave. When Latifi leaves, they might decide to stay for some reason, but yeah. Anyway, back to the racing.
Yes, back to the racing. Safety car is in this lap, and Dan the Man, mate, I absolutely have to disagree with that. I said before I said it that I believe that Latifi and Stroll were absolutely fantastic in F2, but the amount of years that they've had in F1, in my opinion, and it is only my opinion, they don't warrant a seat. But anyway, let's get back to the racing as ABR Ryan, who stayed out, leads him away. He is going to have to do... Well, he's going to have to become the Australian Minister of Defence to keep those guys behind on the softs.
Phase Tifu and the slap bus we won't classify because they've been AI for like over 10 laps. So everyone behind them will just move up a position.
As in, if he pulls her, he has pulled her. What an overtake. What an absolute awesome overtake. Apart from Splitter, every other car I've seen that took to that green grass, the AstroTurf today, has lost a car. As Ermine is now past Ryan as well.
Oh, Yaps is gone.
Little flag. It's unfortunate. Is Yaps moving?
Nice. Another safety car.
Yaps is out of the race.
Right, back to the Latifi Stroll conversation. I think obviously both of them have had their good races in seasons, but one race doesn't define your season, does it? So you've got to have obviously a good consistent season to be considered a good driver. Like in 2021, everyone was raving about Ocon because he won a race, and I was like, what, that one race? Yeah, he won it, was good for him, but it didn't define his season. It was a pretty average season for him. Whereas when you look at this year, Ocon hasn't won a race, but he's been beating his teammate consistently, and I think Ocon has been the most underrated driver this season. It's just everyone chooses to look at the good results and think, oh yeah, they've been good because of this result. It's like, yeah, but it's one result. Like, I think you need to have like several good results to be considered good in that matter.
Yeah. To be fair, in 2018, Ocon and Perez in Force India. Was it Force India?
Yeah, it was Force India in 2018. Yeah.
Yeah. When the season came to an end, I genuinely thought that Ocon deserved the seat above Perez. But unfortunately,
it's because Perez brings all the sponsors, doesn't he? So
yeah, he's got the Mexican bankers behind him. Unfortunately, we just lost NXR Lebruno as well. Something happened during the safety car. I don't know whether there was a flag glitch, but CD picked up a time penalty for ignoring the yellow flag, as well as the slap bus, and it really all slowed down. And 2019 and 2020, it was Racing Point. Was it? I
mean, I think it was halfway through 2018 where like it became Racing or Force India Racing Point, because that's when Lawrence bought it. But it was from 2019 onwards it was Racing Point, and then obviously 2021 Aston Martin.
Very smart from CD. He's boxed, he's going to put a fresh set of softs on, and he's going to get rid of his 5 second. Smart going, smart thinking. But ABR Ryan has 3 seconds, Slapbus 5. We're not going to classify Slapbus because he has been...
All phase Tifu.
He has been ghosted for the majority of the race, as well as phase Tifu. But fair play.
Should be in this lap.
Yeah, Zinti Ryan and Ermine have put on a hell of a show today. As Sam Jenner in the chat, it's a huge crash. Are you okay, Raz? Confirm you're okay. Fozzie about to become a 3-lap merchant. Mate, Fozzie's putting some... I know that he's currently in P9, but earlier on in the race, he was all over the back of Ermine and he was pushing him along. LEF1 saying my ex-teammate doing wonders. He is, mate, he is. Safety car is in this lap and the field has been backed right up to allow the safety car to go. 2.25 laps remaining. Everybody warming up their tyres. This is just going to be a straight shootout now. Anything will happen. Still think Zintia's got this one though, personally. We ain't supposed to say that.
Got Nerdy. Yeah, he's gone. Split is already gone.
Oh, Ryan kept it out of the wall, but he lost it. Split her up into P3.
Pressured by Miss Speedy though. Oh.
I didn't see why something's going wrong.
I think that's because Ryan's half spun and that caused the yellow flag. So it gave.
And they didn't give the positions back.
Yeah, but like a car's half spinning and you're going past it, they can't really like jam on the brakes on the straight for that, can they?
No.
So I think that's just a glitch on the game's behalf. So those pens should be able to get removed. Should. Don't quote me.
Yeah. I'll Fozzie picks up a 3-second. I'll message the both of them after the race.
I've clipped it as well, so like.
Okay, mate. Nice one. Prime's making a move on Ryan. Prime up in a P5.
Ryan with the switchback. Oh my god.
Fozzie is now in the party. They're making it through. Fozzie just took both of them. From P7 to P5 in one corner. Nice one.
I mean, Kopi did say he was about to become a 3-lap merchant. He wasn't wrong.
He did. Kobe was right, mate.
Fozzie has got a 3-second penalty though. Prime and Ryan still battling out.
And considering how many times that Prime spun today, Almond is past Ryan. I'm not too sure what.
I don't think
Prime.
Prime's going to have a chair outside the steward's room after this race, so I think he's been in a few incidents.
Been in the wars. Prime is going in on Almond. Almond's just got past.
That's disqualified slap boss for us anyways.
That's a strange one.
I think it's sometimes when you believe your AI glitches and doesn't hit, so... Oh,
yeah, but remember 21. In 21 it was the moment you left your car, for disconnect or whatever, the AI boxed.
Yeah.
Used all your BRS. fair play to the guys in 1 and 2. They've oh, who did we just lose?
It was
HP.
Oh.
HP was spun.
Almond DNF'd as well. Oh, Prime spun.
Started. Both Prime and HP are in the gravel, so I don't know if they've come together and collected each other. But we're just waiting for confirmation. But it is safe to say Zinty P1, BRS Ermine P2, Splitter Flipper P3, Fozzie P4, C Davis P5, Mr. Speedy P6. And I'll bring you the rest of the results as soon as we can see them. Driver of the day, phase T3. We shall see.
Fake news.
Yeah, fake news. We shall see what the stewards have to say. But what a race. What an awesome race. Well deserved win by Zinty. Ermine put on a fantastic show as well. Just unlucky for Fozzie at the end there. There they are.
Should we invite the 3 that the game's given us, or should we just do? As you know, the top 3 that the game's given us is right anyway. I thought Splitter got jumped because of his penalty, but like even like with his penalty, he's still P3, I think. So
yeah.
So the top 3 is correct. Should we start with Splitter and then build our way up?
Yeah, can do, mate. Can't you invite the 3 of them in if you like, and but fair play. What a race. What an absolute awesome race. Splitter.
Audio's all included.
Okay, mate.
Audio's all included.
Do you want to lead it away, Jeff?
Yeah. So, Splitter, P3, mate. How'd you feel?
Over the moon. Feel brilliant. I mean, from S3 to S2, coming with the third place is not bad. Just keep it consistent. Had a few wobbles, but just trying to keep on track is the main target at the moment.
Mate, I'm not gonna lie. We was on board with you when you went onto the AstroTurf, and you absolutely caught it sweet. After myself and Josh were saying just on how heavy these cars are, on how difficult it is to catch a car after it's gone. Mate, how did you keep it? How did you catch it?
I mean, you're in the zone. You're in the zone. You gotta have your wits about you. You gotta like I don't know how to explain it, but I guess the DD1's really helped me there. But yeah, I don't know, just natural instinct.
Mate, it was a hell of a catch. Fair play. No, you want to go and clip that for yourself and keep it for your scrapbook, mate. It was awesome. And a few of the other drivers fared off a lot worse than you did right there. It was awesome catch. But with your 5 second for the yellow flag on the pit straight on the last but one lap, just clip it, mate, and put it in, and we'll see about getting it removed.
Yeah, we'll do.
Right, Splitter. Enjoy your evening.
Cheers, lads. Cheers.
Cheers, mate.
Right, let's get mine in here. See if he wants to do one.
I think he has. I think he has. Yeah, he's DM'd me. See if he joins.
He is.
He has. How you doing, mate?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
I can't hear him, Josh.
Can you not?
No, for some reason I can't hear him. I can see he's talking because obviously I got the overlay on. But do you want to ask him the questions? Because I cannot. For some reason I can't hear him.
Yeah. Okay. P2. How did you feel about that race? Do you think you could have done better, or are you quite happy with that result?
Really, it's too much
I don't think your mic's quite catching your audio.
Okay, is it now?
Yeah.
I think Trinity had too much space for me, so I think it's okay. P2 is okay. Australia is one of my worst tracks, so I think it's good.
I mean, we saw in the first stint you were keeping with him for quite a while whilst you were on the hard tyres and he was on the medium tyres. So you've got to be happy
Yeah,
with the pace
without the
comparison.
safety cars, I might have had a chance, but the first safety car came on, so the hearts just got too cold. So I have to take it safe. I was looking at his warnings he had to, so I was praying that he would get one more. So
we can all
but
wish
yeah.
in those situations.
Yeah,
But
I think it's okay now.
yeah, it looked like a very strong race from you. I think you and Zinity will be battling it out all season long.
Yeah, I hope so. It was fun.
Okay. Great race today. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Okay, thanks.
Alright, now should we try and get Zinity in?
Yeah, try it, mate. I'll have to listen back to the
That's if
clip.
he included his audio.
Yeah, the audio, because I for some reason, mate, I couldn't hear him at all.
I couldn't hear him. I could barely hear him at first, but I think that's because his mic was far away from his mouth.
There he is. It's the man that takes the checkered flag. How's it going?
Yes. Feeling pretty good. First one of the season. Hopefully many more.
It deserved, mate. Absolutely deserved. Myself and Josh couldn't believe your pace, and the fact that Ermine was keeping up with you whilst before that first safety car. I think after that, then, mate, I think you had command.
I think some might say that he's been put in the wrong series.
You did,
Well, to be
Bob.
fair, it would have been. I am 13th in the world right now in TT, so it would be a bit embarrassing not to win. I'll say that much.
Yeah, TT's one thing, winning in the race is another. Like Ermine showed. Ermine, I don't think he really considers himself a good qualifier, but I think he stuck it with you in the race, so it just shows.
Yeah.
Qualifying's one thing, TT's another, and then obviously race pace is a completely different element. So you look really strong over one lap, but I think obviously Ermine's got the pace in the race to take it to you. So I think it'll be an interesting season between you two.
Looking forward to it. I mean, fair play to me. Had me on the edge of the seat, but I think the safety cars, to be honest, helped me. I wish there wasn't so many safety cars because I think it kind of ruined the race. But once we were on equal tyres, I think I sort of had him covered. But when he was on the mediums, I mean, he had every chance of getting past me. But
Yeah.
fair play to him. Should be an interesting season.
So obviously you've got P1 here. How do you feel about Canada as that's the next race?
Canada. Oh, Canada's my favourite track, so.
Oh, so we should be seeing you again next week then.
Yeah, definitely.
Awesome. If that is the case, mate, everybody's in for a cracking race because a little Dickie Bird told me that Ermine fancies himself at Canada as well, and I know ABR Ryan, he's a pretty rapid guy around Canada. Should be interesting race next weekend then.
Looking forward to it.
Congrats on the P1, mate.
Massive congrats,
Cheers,
mate.
Cheers.
That is it, ladies and gentlemen. That is it for BRS Series 2 Round 1 at Australia. Don't forget, our S1 is kicking off their season on Saturday evening. We have a hell of a lineup on show for you guys, so stay tuned. And Josh, cheers, mate, for joining me in the comms. And I'll catch you lads later. Peace.